Let's get through.
Burp.
Excuse me.
Hello, happy campers. Spike.
Chris.
Show. We're doing it auditory this week, so we can, quite frankly, who wants to see our ugly mugs anyway? We got some, been a couple of weeks since we done this, so let's see if we can do some catch up real quick. Yeah, I see you. Anyway, so let's talk about the shark in the room. Let's talk about the Suicide Squad and give our review in on it.
Oh, it's shark in the room. I like that. That was clever. Play on words.
Killer shark in the room. All right, Chris, go ahead and tell them about this movie.
So, just in case you guys do not know, with the confusion of if this is a remake or a sequel, this is a sequel to the first one. They pretty much made it clear because there's a few in there that already knows each other from the first film. So, this time you have Harley Quinn. You have is it Deadshot or?
Oh, now you're asking me what the character
one
is. It's not Deadshot. It's
It's not the same. It's not the one that Will Smith played in the first one.
That's how memorable the character was. He was played by Idris Elba too.
Yeah.
That's a shame. It's not Killmonger either. It's that's Black Panther. Oh, I can't think what his name is now.
It's anyway. Just like Deadshot, pretty much.
Yeah.
Slapshot or whatever. But anyway, there's him. There's Polka Dot Man. There's Rat Girl. I call her Rat Girl. She's.
You really should have written these names down. And there's the Weasel. There's Peacemaker. There's John Cena. Ratcatcher 2, I think, is the girl's name.
Ratcatcher 2. Okay, I knew it was Rat something. I just call her Rat Girl, just like Squirrel Girl.
Something like that. Yeah. Anyway.
Now I can see a Squirrel Girl movie being made now. Squirrel Girl.
And then Viola Davis back as Amanda Waller.
The bitch.
Not Viola Davis, Amanda Waller. But anyway.
Yeah. No. So anyway, yeah, they're all back. I mean, was this better than the first film? First of all, is what you need to know. Yes, it is better than the first film. I think so. It is a whole lot more graphic with gore. Some gore I can take, some gore I cannot. For some reason, the whole face getting blown off is a little but that does happen. It does have shocking twists and turns that you didn't expect, especially at the beginning of the movie where you follow the regular Suicide Squad and you're like, okay, cool, and then they all get massacred. And you're like, wait, what? And then it shows you a brand new bunch of Suicide Squad people who was Team 2 that made you just go, oh, okay, so here we are with this. But there was a lot that was pretty good, pretty interesting stuff. It's definitely a good, fun movie to watch. Pretty much, yeah, I think.
Well, James Gunn directed this one, and he's taken a lot more artistic license with it, and that this is probably the first Harley Quinn representation that I actually liked.
Yes.
And instead of seeing blood when you're seeing the world from Harley's point of view, instead of seeing blood flying everywhere and body parts, you're seeing like butterflies and flowers and rainbows shooting everywhere. So it's, yes, we're under siege by ducks and little baby ducks and stuff. But it's the, quite frankly, I think the film is really good, but I think it's suffering from bad press because there are people who hate James Gunn because he's part of this. People have been talking about what James Gunn does and doesn't do, what he believes, what he doesn't believe, and I don't give a rat's patoot as long as the movie's good. This is basically the unofficial Guardians of the Galaxy 3, essentially. Except you have a walking, talking King Shark instead of Rocket Raccoon.
That
And
has Sylvester Stallone playing the shark.
which is awesome in its own way. This is a really, I'm not going to say this is a really good film, but on our scale of 1 to 5, where 5 is pay full price for it, 4 is watch the matinee, 3 is see it on DVD or Blu-ray, 2 wait till it's streaming, 1 wait till it's on Pluto TV or some other free place. I would put this at a 4. This is a good matinee movie. I wouldn't go out on a Saturday night specifically to see The Suicide Squad, but it's worth seeing in the theaters. You basically have to, just so you can be immersed enough in it. It is very graphic, it is very gory, but it gets to the point where you just become so oversaturated with it that you're desensitized. So that's its own thing. There has been a lot of talk among the twits, the anti-social justice twits, that it's still on. It's still open. It's just asleep.
Oh,
There has been talk online about, oh hush, about how Suicide Squad is bombed, and it's going to sink Warner Brothers, and it's going to sink James Gunn, and it's going to sink this, and it's going to destroy that, and it's going to just suck, and all this other stuff. And there are a bunch of people taking victory laps on this. Just ignore it. If you're in the mood to see the movie, go see it in a theater. Yes, you can watch it on HBO Max, but unless you have roughly a 400-inch projection TV, you're not going to get the same effect as you would in a theater. Go see it in the theaters.